Hello everyone, back tuning in to today's first video, doing Stormwatch for today's first video. So I've got 3 videos to get in today. Stormwatch is first one up, then got the ECWF 30-day look ahead, and also got a week's 10-day video update to do as well. So it's going to be a busy old day today, but I thought to start us off we better do Stormwatch because the heat wave is the beginning of the end of the heat wave, although not going to go immediately. It's just starting to break down today. It'll be tomorrow, but the real push of cooler air comes across the country with a cold front. But today the atmosphere is wobbling due to heat and humidity. So we will be breaking out thunderstorms this afternoon, and we're going to have a look and see where the greatest risk of those storms are. Go through some model output. So that's what we're doing for the first video. I'll explain what's coming up later on this afternoon. So I think get on with it. Now I'm on the Gas Weather's radar, rainfall radar page. We have incorporated rain viewer radar into Gauss-Weather. So here we go, we scroll down, and this is our rain viewer radar. So there's not much going on at the moment actually in terms of rainfall. We've got this cold front that's out to west. You see that quite clearly from west of Scotland down through Northern Ireland into the Republic of Ireland. It does stretch down into the southwest of the country. So that's the cold front. That will eventually push across the country tomorrow, and it'll introduce much cooler, fresher air off the Atlantic, and that will be the end of the heat wave. But ahead of it, we do have these showers breaking out across some parts of southwest England. There's not really been much thunder around this morning, so if we just zoom in a little bit, and then we can move the map, and there we go. We can see where those showers are down here in the southwest. There are some quite bright colours in there. The key, by the way, to this radar is down here. So where you've got the yellow-orange colours, you've got fairly heavy rain. Nothing particularly torrential. It's more the dark orange and into the red colours where you've got storms going on. So no real storms at the moment. A few heavy showers down there across some parts of southwest Wales, particularly over the Welsh Mountains, also down into Somerset. Looks like there's some quite beefy showers there, but again not particularly thundery at this stage. So just scrolling back again, you see most parts of the country are actually dry at the moment, but we are expecting things to kick off a little bit into this afternoon. Now, this is the facts chart. This is the human interpretation by the forecasters at UK Met Office for midnight tonight. Even then, the cold front is still out to the west of us. So, till this cold front comes across, it won't freshen up. But we have got this convergence line here across eastern parts of England up to eastern Scotland. That is what's going to be the trigger for potentially for some thunderstorms late this afternoon and into this evening in particular. And we'll focus in a moment on where the risk of those thunderstorms is going to be. Now, to get through to midday tomorrow, the cold front is finally on the move then. The cold front is pushing across. The country has cleared most of Scotland. It's moving into England and Wales. And as we get through into midnight on Thursday, then the cold front is clearing eastern parts of the country. In the far southeast, East Anglia, southeast England, it will take until the end of tomorrow actually to push this cold front across, but behind that in comes the cooler, fresher air from off the Atlantic. Follow the ice bars back. The air is originating from the central Atlantic. So if you don't like the heat, it is on the way out, and today's storms are marking the beginning of the end of this being on the way out. So this is the how the GFS is picking things up. So this is for midday today, and of course we've got this trough type feature moving across the country, but the cold front is actually out here where the colours are changing from orange through to yellow. Upper air temperature showed it is still very warm to hot across most parts of the country, particularly southern and east parts of England. We've still got 15 Celsius ice firm there. So temperatures are very likely to get up into the 30s again in that southeast corner. I think we're lifting temperatures probably to 32, maybe 33 once more in the southeast. So going back into the 90s Fahrenheit for the third day running in the southeast, which is pretty unusual for the end of August. There's cape and lifted available, so we have got appreciable levels of cape. This afternoon we've got those green and yellow colours which help to act as a trigger, setting off those thunderstorms. Not many storms at midday, so I think this is pretty decent for what the current situation is. It does show those showers that we've got across some parts of south west Wales and down or southeast Wales, I should say, and down into southwest of England. There's the cold front, so it's pretty good actually, this, with the current situation. Otherwise, mostly dry, hot and sunny. Now, into the afternoon, this is 3 o'clock this afternoon, starting to develop some heavy showers around the north of Wales into northwestern parts of England, and then things really kick off through northern England down into the Midlands late afternoon into early evening. These I'm sure a lot of these would be thunderstorms, so from northern England down into the Midlands, some parts of northeast Wales, potential for some torrential storms later this afternoon and into this evening. And then they push northwards and eastwards into eastern parts of England, so sort of Yorkshire up to Northumberland, just about getting into eastern, southeastern parts of Scotland too. Notice East Anglia, southeast England don't really get many storms, although the UK Met has put out weather watches for East Anglia, not so much South East England, but certainly for East Anglia. UK Met is bringing you into, potentially anyway, into the firing line with these storms. And then by midnight, the storms are trundling off into the North Sea, goes quieter, and then, of course, tomorrow that cold front's going to push across the country. By the way, as the cold front comes across tomorrow, it doesn't look as though there'll be much fun with that. Just going to be down to cloud and rain, and then introducing cooler and fresher air from off the Atlantic. So we shall have a look at the GFS in detail. This is at theweatheroutlook.com, and again, this situation at midday shows the showers down across the southwest, otherwise not much happening. And then into 3 o'clock this afternoon, where we've got the shower beginning to break out across North Wales, northwestern England, otherwise still a lot of places dry. And then things really get going late afternoon into early evening. This is 6 o'clock in the evening. Heavy showers or thunderstorms through northern England, stretching down into the Midlands, into some parts of central southern England, a line seemingly of heavy showers or potentially thunderstorms. And then they go pushing off northeastwards through the evening. It's 9 o'clock, heading into east and southeast Scotland, down into northern and eastern parts of England. Very little for East Anglia and southeastern parts of England. And then overnight, those storms sort of push away into the North Sea. There they go, they're off into the North Sea. And then through tomorrow, here comes the cold front, heading in from off the Atlantic. Takes a long time to get cold front to the southeast. Don't think it's going to be much fun on that. Really just band of cloud and rain moving across. That's the low resolution GFS. This is the high resolution arpege model. So this is how it's picking things up with arpege. Again, we've got these showers across Wales this time at midday. Possibly a bit overdone with the showers. I don't think they're as widespread as that across Wales at the moment. And into the afternoon, where we see 5 o'clock in the evening, we've got some pretty heavy showers there through northern England down into the Midlands. Could be thunderstorms mixed in with those. Then they go pushing off up north, so heading up into northern England and southeast Scotland. Again, very little into East Anglia, southeast England with these showers and storms. And then tomorrow, in comes the cold front with this band of rain moving in from the west, only slowly moving in from west. So it will be pretty warm that day again tomorrow in that far southeastern corner before that cold front gets through in the evening. This is DWD Icon. Again, we've got those showers across Wales, southwest England at midday. A little bit overdone, I think, with showers 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They are across Wales, breaking out in particular, and up to northwest England. Then they start to turn thundery by 6 o'clock in the evening. Those brighter colours begin to appear within the forecast, so particularly into the Midlands. Chance of some thunderstorms. And then the storms pushing off up towards northern England and eastern southeast Scotland. Could be some really quite torrential thunderstorms there across eastern and northeastern parts of the country through the evening before they move away into the North Sea overnight. And then tomorrow, here comes the cold front moving across the country through the course of the day, particularly across England and Wales actually. This cold front brings outbreaks of quite heavy and persistent rain, clears away and introduces much cooler and fresher air. This is how Euro 4 is picking things up from Weather Online. This is at midday. Again, very little going on at midday. Some showers across the southwest corner. I think that's a little bit better with the current situation. Into the afternoon, so it doesn't really develop that many showers, but there they are at 6 o'clock in the evening. A few across The Midlands possibly heading over towards East Anglia and moving up towards some parts of northern England too. They look quite isolated and scattered, but I think they don't depict how heavy and torrential these showers might be later this afternoon. You can see why the UK Met has brought East Anglia into the weather watches as well, because it's a bit further east compared to the other model output, with the shower risk there. Most of the other model output has the shower risk a little bit further west. It's a little bit further east with it through the course of this afternoon and into this evening, affecting more sort of the East Midlands, perhaps, rather than the West Midlands. Through the evening, the showers trundle off up into eastern, northeast parts of England. Again, doesn't really show them that well. And then into tomorrow, here comes cold front pushing in across the country, bringing outbreaks of rain, especially for England and Wales. And then that introduces the cooler, fresh air from off the Atlantic. And this one is ECMWF from Tameteo. So yeah, midday we've got showers down in the southwest. Pretty good picture of the current situation. That's through 6 o'clock in the evening. Thunderstorms breaking out then through northern England down into parts of the Midlands. And then that takes us through to midnight, again from the Midlands up to northern England and up to eastern Scotland. We've got a band of heavy showers, thunderstorms, no doubt mixing, particularly for eastern Scotland, northeast England. So those storms could be really quite torrential. They trundle off into the North Sea through the early hours, and then tomorrow here comes the cold front moving across the country. Takes a while getting to the southeast, but eventually it'll push across, and by the end of Wednesday into the early hours of Thursday, we will all be feeling cooler and fresher by then. Now we're at metroshield.fr looking at Halam. So again, midday showers in that southwestern corner, and through the afternoon may get more widespread and potentially very thundery across parts of northern England down into Wales, and a few scattered thunderstorms likely through Midlands as well. That's at 8 o'clock in the evening. Quite extensive band of storms there from sort of southeastern Scotland. Some of Scotland go through the Pennines into the Midlands, so there could be some really torrential downpours mixed in with these storms, and don't rule out chances of some pretty intense lightning and thunder being mixed in too. That's 9 o'clock again, storms in that line from southern Scotland down to Midlands, and then overnight the storms push away into the North Sea, and then tomorrow in comes the cold front from off the Atlantic, introducing cooler fresh air and cooling us down, bringing a final end to this late summer heat wave. Finally, WRF, again at Metro Seal looking like this, so lots of dry weather around at the moment. Few showers across the far southwest. That's a fairly good depiction. The current situation may be slightly undercooked for the southwest. Through the afternoon, look how the showers begin to explode across northern England, down into East Wales and into the Midlands. That's 7 o'clock this evening. So thunderstorms from southern Scotland down through northern England and into the Midlands, particularly central and western parts of the Midlands, although there could be a few breaking out across the eastern part of the Midlands too, sort of blooming into life. That's 10 o'clock, some really torrential downpours there. When the orange colours start turning up with these charts, then that's really torrential downpours across parts of northern England. Could give flash flooding across some parts of northern England there, I would have thought. Moving into the northeast later in the evening and into the early hours, and then clearing away into the North Sea, and then tomorrow over comes the cold front. Quite heavy rain on that cold front, so there could be some quite wet weather with that, and it introduces cool fresh air, and then that is the end of the heat wave. So we've got the specific areas where we're looking to for thunder today. It looks like it'll be primarily for eastern parts of Wales and northeast Wales into the Midlands, and then up to northern England through the latter part of this afternoon and into this evening. Some torrential thunderstorms likely there. And then through the evening into the early hours of tomorrow morning, those storms moving northeast, so affecting more eastern and northeastern parts of England, heading up to southeastern and eastern parts of Scotland, then clearing away into the North Sea. There's a question mark here about East Anglia. Most of the model output is not getting these storms to East Anglia, but you are within, at least the west of East Anglia, so kind of like Cambridge area, you are within, and Peterborough area, you are within the weather alert with the UK Met. So just got to watch your space there. But it looks like it's a little bit further north and west that the greatest risk of storms is. The far southeastern corner, so London down to southeast, looks like there'll be very little storms there. And for the bulk of Scotland, Northern Ireland, again, not much in the way of thunder. A cold front moves across the country tomorrow. That brings an end to the heat wave, so you can fill up with the heat and humidity. It is on its way out. Today marks the beginning of the end, and tomorrow will be the final end of it. And then we're into something rather cooler and more unsettled as we go through to the end of the week and the coming weekend. But there'll be more about that in today's Week's 10 of the update. Right, I'm going to get on with the ECM 30-day look ahead once this video is done processing. It's going to be a busy old day today. Keep checking back to get to Gaz for all of the updates. But that's all for now, and thanks for watching.